Hello, everyone. I'm Alex D'Amato. Um, I picked the San Francisco 49ers to finish with the best overall record in the regular season, partly because they have the 15th easiest schedule as far as um, opponents' record last season. So, their opponents' win percentage was only 514 last year, 147 wins and 142 losses. And part of that has to do with the fact that they're playing the Arizona Cardinals twice in their own division. Um, the Cardinals are widely seen as the worst team in the league without their star quarterback. And then you have the LA Rams, who have a lot of uncertainty as well, with Cooper Kupp coming back from a major injury. Stafford, we don't know what he's going to look like either because he was also injured. Um, and I also think the 49ers should definitely have a top five defense in the league. I think Javon Hargrave was an underrated acquisition this offseason, and combine that with Bosa re-signing a 5-year deal, $170 million. So he's going to be around for a long as he stays healthy. Obviously, Fred Warner and their secondary is really good as well. So, and it also helps that they're playing uh, in the NFC, which is relatively weak in comparison to the AFC. So they should have a much more clear path to the number one seed than any other team, especially since the Eagles have arguably the hardest schedule in the league. So you have to take all that into consideration. And I definitely think the 49ers' main question mark is going to be Purdy, the quarterback. Like, is he going to be healthy? Is he going to play as well as he did last year? We don't know, but they have all the other pieces. So I think 49ers are a safe bet for the number one seed. As far as the hot hand goes, I don't necessarily believe in it because I feel like a lot of players, especially in the pros, they could go 2 for 10 on the night, but then in crunch time they can make a few clutch shots in a row and rise to the occasion when it matters most. So I think a lot of players put their misses behind them, so they have a good mentality, so they don't let those misses dictate their other shots in the future. So I think like a guy like Steph Curry could go like 0 for 8 from 3 point range, but every time he shoots one, we still think it's going to go in, regardless of how many shots he's missed in the past. So I do think the hot hand could apply in some cases. Like if there's a role player on the team that makes a couple shots, his teammates might try to find him a lot more, and he's sort of has the free reign to just shoot it at will. And obviously, it also depends on who's contesting the shot, where he's taking the shot on the court. So I think there's a lot of other factors that go into it besides just how many you've made in a row previous to that. So I think it more so depends on those other factors. Like if you're going to shoot a shot from the corner, obviously your chances of making it are way less, even if you're on fire, unless you're some guy like PJ Tucker who can only make 3 point shots from the corner. But that's besides the point. And even from my own personal experiences, um, I used to play for my town league and also CYO basketball. I had some games where I couldn't miss, but it didn't really impact um, the shots I took after that. Like I could make five in a row, but then miss a shot, or I could miss five in a row and then make a shot after that. So I think each shot should be looked at by itself, and we should be considering factors like okay, uh, how much of that shot is contested, where is the shot being taken. If this is a shot from like super far away, like Steph Curry logo range, obviously it's probably not going to go in, even if the player's on fire. So, and obviously layups, things like that are different. You're likely going to make it. You could be on fire just from making like 10 straight layups. But what does that really say? It's not because you're on fire, it's just because you're shooting low percentage or high percentage shots. So, I don't necessarily believe in the high hand, but I'd love to see what other people have to say about that. Thanks.